Welcome to the stream, samurais. We've got a city to burn. How's everyone doing? Holy crap, it's happening! It's happening! Night City Wire, we're gonna see some new gameplay, a new trailer, and then after this, a bunch of journalists and folks who got invited to a preview event will be putting out their impressions. They played anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours. It's gonna be a hell of a day. Just for the record, I was not invited to one of the preview events. I am in contact with CD Projekt. The space, the number of slots were just too limited. So, you know, they've hinted that maybe they'll do some more like hands-on stuff down the line, or they're gonna have maybe more space to invite other people. So you never know. But today I'll be looking at Night City Wire, and then after that I'll probably be compiling impressions of other people that play the game, and then I'll probably kind of share with you what everyone's saying. From the looks of it already, it's looking very, very positive. At least from the couple people who have like briefly hinted at what their impression was, they seem to have really been blown away by it, or at least that's what I've read into certain tweets. But we'll see. We're gonna probably see a wide variety of impressions. But let me know if the audio levels are okay. I want to make sure you guys can hear me while also being able to listen to Night City Wire. But yeah, welcome everyone. I see many of you are as excited as I am. I mean, before I even started the stream, we were at like 5,000 concurrent viewers, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, there's gonna be an audience today. So audio seems good. Excellent. Thank you for the feedback. Now, something that a CD Projekt developer tweeted was that I should keep an eye out for the pre-show or something. That we should all keep an eye out for the timer, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna show something here, or if there's like a secret message being relayed as we speak that somebody will figure out. Like all of these little, what are all these things right here? Is that telling us something? Is that a secret message or something? I don't know. Either way, if there is some secret thing. Wait. Huh. Somebody tweeted this right here. I see what you guys are doing. I don't know if this showed up at one point in the stream, like a screenshot of the game. And Marchin Momot here said congrats on spotting it. So maybe maybe that's what it was. Either way, oh shit, there's a lot of super chats. New member, Supersonic 2K8, thank you very much. It means a lot. The contributions that I'm seeing here. Benjamin Records just screams Cyberpunk. Hector Rosado says, hi, Young. Hope all's good. Enjoy the show. How's the voice acting going? I've submitted auditions. I've been in 2 animes. Not big roles. Oh, crap. What's happening? Okay, we've got 10 minutes to go. But yeah, no, it's, you know, it's moving along. Things have slowed down because of the pandemic, obviously, but, you know, it's not going bad either. Made some headway here and there. Mr. Kami, you're breathtaking. Thanks for all your coverage, Young. You're my go-to gaming news source. No, you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. Steven says, gonna make a Motoko Kusanagi build in this game for my Ghost in the Shell needs. Hell yeah. Matt K, thank you for doing these streams, and let's go. Thank you for coming. These streams would be useless without a wonderful audience, and you guys have been just extremely generous, and it's been fun to hang out with you guys. NYS9 The Wonder says, do you think we will get more hints on Johnny Silverhand? Probably. I mean, given how big of a character he is, I'd be surprised if we didn't see more Keanu in action in this event. Mr. Nobody says, do you think CD Projekt Red will release a demo for the public? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen, personally. Though that'd be cool. I think, you know, that's something that all developers should strive for, like a little demo for any game, really kind of helps solidify whether somebody wants to buy a game or not. Really informative. But I think we're going to see a lot more impressions and hands-on, I think, down the line. And, you know, hopefully through those impressions and the footage we get to see as we lead up to the November launch, people will be able to make an informed decision. Matt H says, hi man, love your content. Are you still doing voice acting in anime? Yes, I am. If you ever get to work with Aaron Dismuke, you can tell him Matthew from Canada says hi. I'm not sure who Aaron Dismuke is, but I'll look him up. PG Raiders, I'm hard of hearing, but your voice is crystal clear, and I don't have to look at the screen to know what you're saying or read your lips. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad. I do try to, you know, speak as clearly as I can. I'm glad that comes across. Benny Carrillo, I've been a long-time fan. I come to you for all my most hyped news. Well, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh, we got some new members here. Philip Girardot, Tujus? I'm sorry, I butcher that. Yeah, thank you all for your generosity and contribution. All right. 6 minutes, or 7 minutes. Yeah, we've already got quite a number of viewers here. What are you guys hoping to see? Just the more gameplay, the better. You know what I mean? From what I understand, this is gonna be 25 minutes. The presentation. There's gonna be a trailer, some gameplay, probably with some commentary over it. Yeah. I expected it won't be anything like the 48 minutes long gameplay demo they put out way back when. Oh wow, I'm getting a lot of new members right now. Let's see. Beta Upgrade just says you're amazing with this awesome little GIF. Ellison193 says, I really can't wait for this to come to Stadia. I know you hate Stadia, but it's been awesome for me. Hey, if it works for you, you know, you do you. Don't let me dictate what you enjoy. But yeah, hey, if you have the internet connection and the infrastructure that allows you to play Stadia, and if it works well for you, you know, I hope it releases in November as well, alongside all the other platforms, so you can enjoy it at the same time as everyone. Stadia is definitely not for me, but, you know, everyone has their preferences. Guillaume Caruso says, oh no, this is just a new member tag here. Thank you, Guillermo. Mr. Nobody is another new member. Hug of the Fox 611, new member. Thank you, thank you. Far too generous. Junko Muramasa, new member. Thank you. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Woo! Let's see. Supersonic 2K8. Wake up, samurai. We've got a city to burn. Hell yeah. Rockstars Cola says, heyo. Chiff Monkey. Audio is slowed down, probably hiding a message. Is it? Huh. I don't know, maybe. I guess after the stream's over, I might try to like take the countdown part and just like speed it up or something. It's an interesting theory. Kutono DK just says, hype! Oh yeah. Azure Ace, thanks for your constant great work. You're always breathtaking. You're breathtaking. Hoping for good stuff today. Interested to see where CD Projekt Red are at with this game. From what they've said, they've made a lot of progress since last year. So apparently they've revamped like melee combat, for example. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see just how far they've come. Oh god, this is all going by so fast. Vinik says, I just hope they don't disappoint. I don't know, so far they've been on point every single time. Every single presentation they've hosted for Cyberpunk has been, I think, really, really good. So, I don't know. I'm hopeful, given their history of knowing how to hype us up. Alex Dietrich says, I'm not crazy for thinking this is the most hype I have seen behind a game in over 10 years, right? It's CDPR, so I have no doubts about it. Yeah, same. The kind of hype I'm seeing for this game is unlike anything I've ever seen. Bunch of new members here. Oh my god, it's scrolling so fast. Cool by default, new member. Thank you so much. Adam Lawrence just says thank you. Thank you, sir. There's Laveanist. We're already close to a cyberpunk dystopia in real life, so I'm eager to see how much life will imitate art in the near future. Yeah. It's not entirely untrue, you know. We're living in a somewhat contemporary cyberpunk-esque society in some respects. Let's see. 2 more minutes. All right, I've got a couple more I can read out. Blade Xir Gaming, new member. Welcome. Thank you so much. Johnson Ting, thank you for the membership. Epitome of Infamy Game, thank you. Devontalok Lock, thank you as well. Thank you everyone. Dylan Maniacs, new member. Man, this is just too kind. All right, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Let's see. Oh my god. Andrew Foskett. OP Gunslinger Jack says, "Wake up, samurai! Greetings from Norway." Greetings to you. Yeah, it's there's so many people from so many different countries in this chat, which I absolutely love. Zach McBride, love the videos, man. When will you get your review for Naughty Dog's new game, Last of Us 2? Still writing out everything, the spoiler review. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts to share on the story, especially, which I have mixed thoughts about. But yeah, it'll be ready when it's ready, as CD Projekt Red likes to say. Theron Jerusko says, "Been a fan ever since your coverage of Final Fantasy 15. Love your stuff, man. I'm glad to hear it." Yeah, that was some time back, and wow, yeah, you've stuck around, and I really appreciate it. Firestorm 123. It might not be too late for you to submit an application to voice Sid Highwind in FF7 Remake. I wish it were that simple, but you know, you have to go through an agent, and acquiring an agent right now with the pandemic is not particularly easy. Mr. Nobody, what playstyle will you choose in Cyberpunk 2077? As always, when I play an RPG, I like to choose stealth. So I'll be going for that. Like hacker, stealthy, I think that type of build. Alright, 4 seconds. I'm gonna shut up now so you guys can listen. Here we go. New trailer is what I expect to see first.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Step in the pit with the stakes. City of dreams, city of...
They're making...
and welcome to this, the very first episode of Night City Wire, a brand new series from us at CD Projekt Red, where we'll be talking about all things Cyberpunk 2077. For today's episode, we'll be starting with a brand new trailer.
Ooh.
One of our developers will be joining us to help unpack everything you're going to see. We'll have some news, an announcement about a secret collaboration. We'll be taking a look at some Braindance gameplay and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So, let's get started.
God, this looks gorgeous.
It is time to take a look at our brand new trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer, Pavel Sasko, will be joining us, because I've got a feeling you're going to have a few questions after watching this. So, let's take a look.
Just getting right to the point. I love it. Those are...
This town, the city of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on!
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano, not just any other city. Legends are born here.
The major leagues. We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
But we are. They just don't know it yet. But if you got the cojones and you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
Unless you catch a bullet.
Even then, you go out with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gig, Dex? You meant to come out in one piece? How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, a biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy hitters.
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker?
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
He's lead, assholes!
Oh, man.
Dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof. Get your ass moving now!
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City.
Melee combat.
Major leagues. Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, that's fucking high! Time to bail!
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
Okay.
Dex, what the fuck?
Can't risk it, V.
And you, who are you?
Fuck.
Oh, man.
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an awful lot in it. So Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything that we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So that awesome stuff is only happening in the first few quests. What the trailer shows you is really our stage, the Night City. You know, this gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts, surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands. As a player, you are meeting Jackie. Jackie's your friend. Now, they together are trying to reach out for something that is very precious. They are trying to reach out for this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal life. Jackie introduces you to Fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the limits, to put their hands on the chip. But as you can expect, not everything goes as planned, and but to see it, you will have to play the game.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer, and there's a few that I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact with throughout the game. The Mox is the gang that has been formed in 2076 after death of Elizabeth Borden. She was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and former sex worker, and she was protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a player, you are going to interact with that gang, meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them, and understand what they are all about.
So earlier on, you did mention a 7th district, a place called the Badlands. Now, we saw a few shots of this in the trailer, but I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands is this like dead, dried out space going around the whole Night City. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse that space in your car or motorcycle. This is a space that is inhabited by the nomads. Nomads are living in different families and they are traveling across that space in convoys made out of the cars and motorcycles.
Very Mad Max-esque.
As a player, you'll be able to traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as an area.
In the trailer, we also saw like a completely metal creature. Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So please tell the people at home, who is this giant metal monster?
Okay, so that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has been introduced in pen and paper in Cyberpunk 2020 by our senpai Mike Pondsmith. Adam Smasher is a fully converted cyborg.
He's a Terminator.
He was always a loyalist of Arasaka. And time has changed, and in 2077 he had to find his own space in Night City. But to find out, you'll have to play the game.
In this trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper Doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our previous gameplays, they might remember him. But I'd really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper Docs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So Ripper Docs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body, change you into this walking war machine. And as a player, you are going to meet different kind of Ripper Docs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some of them are like important characters for a story. Through that, you will invest eddies that you're gathering to turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets of Night City.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining us. I know you'll be back later in the episode because you're going to be helping us to analyze the Braindance gameplay. But before that, we do have some news to share. Earlier in the year, we announced that if you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X.
Smart delivery.
Console launches.
Hell yes.
And just in case you missed it, it will be the same for PlayStation players as well.
Nice.
If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when the console launches. And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
To Night City.
Before we reveal our first look at the Braindance gameplay and welcome back our developers for a chat, there is just one more thing we want to announce. Something that we've been working on in secret for a while.
Okay.
We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on for some time now. Edgerunners is due to launch in 2022, but for some more information, let's go to the team in Tokyo.
That's ways off. That's awesome though, yes. Hell yeah, Cyberpunk anime.
My name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company. We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever there are nerds, there's going to be anime fans. So it was always a dream for us to make anime. When we began this project, we were certain that we didn't want to make a recreation of the game. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a standalone story set in the same universe. The stage is still Night City, but everything else is totally new. New characters, new story. I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole.
Nani.
Right now we're in Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world. I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the Dream Team that will be bringing you this anime.
It's 2 years away. So I don't know if they've like done any concept at all already, or if they've animated anything.
今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の
Kill a Kill in the background
一半しか過ぎなかった頃に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた、時代が何周もして作れるというのが非常に楽しみです。
トリガーも10年ということで、監督に今井氏、キャラクターデザインに吉成というトリガーの最強の布陣で、トリガー10周年にふさわしい作品にしていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
I can dig it. Oh, look at that. A little bit of a concept art on the left. I guess that's maybe a little bit of a hint as to what kind of art style we can expect.
Now it's time to show you some gameplay of Braindance. This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077. Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience.
Yep.
It allows you to relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasko, and will also be joined by Patrick Mills, our senior quest designer and all-round lore master, who will be helping to answer your questions and give you some explanation on how you'll be interacting with Braindance when you play Cyberpunk 2077. So, let's take a look.
It is all straight from the tabletop.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high.
So you can just play as...
Okay, on you go.
Other characters with Braindance, not just V. By reliving their memories. That's cool as shit.
Down! Everybody! On the ground! I want to see you kissing the flooring! Money! Now! Or I will fucking drop you! I swear to God! Well, yeah, hey... now! Before I blow your fucking head off!
Ah! Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
Look at that character model, my god.
That was too much. Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope. Hope wrapped up in something else.
Mm-hmm. Probably took a booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over to editing mode.
Well, found my waifu, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder, do you get to play as the thug, or does it control itself?
Link to the BD Roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So, analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you feel the need. Then you use the editor console to unpause. Try it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
Dream as hell, right? Well, that's not all. You can speed things up or rewind, whatever you like.
You can go full detective
Give it a
mode.
try. Rewind. Roll it back to the top. All good. Neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't be creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it.
This is so cool. Holy crap.
Now for some fun. This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD Roller. Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio. And remember, take off the list. There's only something right now.
Okay, right here. Excellent. Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the roller got close enough.
Yeah, this
tech records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now.
This is very reminiscent of the Arkham detective mode.
Now you should see several sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Looks even more like extensive and I don't know, it looks really, really interesting.
And a couple of zappers. Okay, we have a deal today on 2 flavors, Cuddy and Surf and Turf. Everybody,
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
Yeah, it's how BD recording implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor tweaks them, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
I want to see you kissing the flooring. Money. Now.
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw, stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kiroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Huh. Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps, too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her. Alright, next thing. Scroll forward to the part where our artist gets a lead injection.
Or I will fucking drop you, I swear to God! Well, hey, now, fucking head off!
See that? They shot him and he never saw it coming. But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam. Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision, then scan it.
I do hope they have more to show gameplay-wise beyond this segment, though, which is cool, but...
Chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
Yeah, it's impressive, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So Braindance is a pretty big part of the cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's 2 sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore, so how this actually fits into the universe, and then there's the gameplay side, so how players will be interacting with it. So Patrick, could you tell us more about the lore of Braindance?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else so that they could relive them as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course adult fare as well. Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the Braindance in the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled on is this Braindance editor mode. As a player, you will be able to run the Braindance in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral of given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide on the timeline of that recording, back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So, as a player, you will run different investigations that will lead you to different mysteries, and you will uncover them actually using that brain dance as a mechanics in the game.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use Braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use Braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but you know, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 2020 source material and all of these events and all of those things, but those don't mean anything unless they connect
some more glimpses of gameplay.
And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out, what was their childhood like? What was their upbringing like? What kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality, and did they overcome them? And how did they overcome them, or did they not overcome them? And
the graphics.
And you can see all of those things in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world.
And the detail and animations,
come up with that
just
for all
really,
of our characters.
really good.
Now you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're going to see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much. We have learned so much, and we have used all that
That's what I want to see more of.
to put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to find out what you think.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, Holly, I mean, you asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa, and I'm a quest designer, so you know. So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk. At the very beginning, I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, you know, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artists actually approached me.
Just scratched everything
and
out?
They said that they want to take a look on my notebook. I was like, what for actually? And they took some pictures. And they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer. so yeah, well, you may find maybe some of my notes in the game.
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me.
It's all been classified.
I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that you and the team have written for Braindance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077.
So they played the journalists played the prologue.
Impressions right about now. And if you missed anything from today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So, we shall see you soon.
So that was it? Okay, that was actually disappointing. disappointing. They really barely showed any gameplay. Yeah, I'm a little baffled by this one. Don't get me wrong, the brain dance stuff looks cool. What glimpses we saw of the game looks gorgeous. But like in terms of straight playthrough, we only get to see like the brain dance stuff, like the camera moving. I don't know. And I understand that a big part of it is, you know, seeing the media kind of share their hands-on experience, but I expected to see at least a portion of that prologue part. You know, the journalists got to play, you know, like 5 hours, you know, 3 to 5 hours of it. So for them to not even show like 10 straight minutes of like a portion, yeah, that was very lackluster. Just, you know, this presentation alone. I guess we'll have to just go around and check out what the media is saying about the game. They're all probably posting their impressions. Maybe we'll see gameplay there. Are they allowed to show gameplay? Were they allowed to record gameplay? Let me actually see if that's the case. Let's see. And on YouTube right now, there's probably a number of videos that went up. But I don't know. I'm not seeing them right now. Maybe we'll see them.
Hello and welcome.
Like SkillUp, I believe, was among those invited. So nothing there. All right.
Hello and welcome. I'm SkillUp, and this is my YouTube.
Yeah, nothing there. IGN maybe has something up at this point. Oh, there's a gameplay overview here.
So the trailer...
Oh no, that's the thing we saw during the live stream. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, I don't get it. They really hyped this event up, and it just didn't show much. And they did say this is the first of many Night City Wires, so we're probably going to see more down the line, but given this is the first episode of Night City Wire, I think they should have... Let's see, people are saying previews will be up in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So we'll see them pretty soon. I guess I'll play the trailer one more time and then call it a day. Let's see, have they uploaded? Oh, they did, okay. Official trailer, there we go. Let's look at this one more time. Because, look, what little was shown here looks great, but this is 2 minutes of edited footage. I wanted to see straight gameplay of portions of a quest.
The city of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on!
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano, not just any other city. Legends are born here.
The Major Leagues. We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts...
This reminds me of a GTA trailer.
But we are. They just don't know it yet. But
with the music and everything.
And you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
And the dialogue in the background.
Catch a bull.
Even then, you go out with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gig, Dex? You meant to come out in one piece? How about we go over the plan?
This is just the intro portion. This is just the prologue, by the way.
To be precise.
And it looks like a lot's happening.
It belongs to a court.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy hitters.
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker?
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
Eat lead, assholes!
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof.
Ah, this looks so good.
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City.
Fucking Major Leagues. Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, that's fucking high. Time to bail.
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
Yeah, the trailer was awesome. The Night City Wire presentation.
What the fuck?
Game risky, V.
And you, who are you?
Fuck.
Yeah, the Night City Wire presentation, I must say, did not live up to the hype. Yeah, it just the brain dance thing. I'm sure it's cool to like experience that, but to highlight, to make the whole presentation around that, I don't know. It didn't feel like a great decision to me. I feel like a lot of people will be disappointed, but maybe it's just me. Let me know what your take is. Okay, so videos are starting to go up. So be sure to check out those previews. Some people are saying that I should react to previews, but I don't want to just like play their videos here on my channel. You know, that like other people's videos. I feel like that'd be kind of like it feels a bit like I'm stealing their content. So what I'm gonna do is like watch all these videos myself, or look at the articles that crop up, and yeah, and then kind of round up all that information and tell you what I think. But I was just hoping that I'd be able to share my impressions, at least looking at some like more extensive gameplay here at Night City Wire, but that did not happen. But it is what it is. Yeah, overall disappointed, personally. So with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be re-watching that trailer over and over and over again. See, Radu7 says Jeff Keighley is showing gameplay on YouTube. Is he now? Alright, let's see. Jeff Keighley. Is he live? Yeah, if he's live, I don't know where he's live. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to round up impressions and share my thoughts after I've seen everything everyone's saying. I'm going to let you guys go so you guys can check out all of these previews for yourself. But thank you for hanging out with me, folks. Just want to read some super chats before I head out. Jacob Simpson says, while I'm afraid to give in to the hype on this game, I'm down to see how this will show a world can be lovingly crafted. From what I hear, from a Bear Eye, Texas A. I don't get that last bit, but yeah, no, me too. The world really does look lovingly crafted, and if that trailer is just representative of the freaking prologue, I mean, I can only imagine all the other crazy shit we'll see later on in the game. Jacob26 Film Guy says, hey, Young, love your channel, man. I have been watching you since you covered Metal Gear Solid 5 when Cyberpunk 2077 and Ghost of Tsushima come out. Can you please bring back Young Place? I love that series. I don't enjoy playing games when I do Let's Plays, because I feel like I have to play a certain way and keep the audience pleased. Like that becomes more of a focus, so I tend to lean away from those types of videos. But you never know. I might do like a couple videos like that now and again, but I don't think I'll ever do an entire Let's Play series again. At least for now. I'm not saying it's impossible for Young Place to return, but for now, I'm keeping things as is. Lux Zero, it's the first episode. Relax. Why so impatient? You want the whole thing spoiled in one episode? No, I never said I want to see the whole game spoiled. I said that they could have shown a more extensive showcase of the 4 to 5 hours that journalists got to play. Just, you know, like a 5 to 10 minute bit of a portion of a quest would have been satisfactory, but instead they showed just like camera panning on a scene in detective mode, which again, detective mode looks cool, but just to show detective mode, I thought that was a pretty bad move on their part. So I'm pretty patient. It's just when you hype up an event like this, you gotta show more than this, is what I'm saying. Tropeller says Young isn't being greedy. It was honestly a letdown. Fans at this point deserve solid gameplay with the official release months around. That's what gets me is like they showed 48 minutes of gameplay 2 years ago. Then they showed like a 25-minute deep dive, or was it 15 minutes? 15 or 25 minutes? Either way, they showed a good amount of gameplay last year as well. So for them to for this year for the gameplay to be this brief for this hyped up event, yeah, they could have shown more and still done an episode 2 where they can show even more. But that's just that's what I'm thinking personally. Symphonia 27, will you be checking out the anime, Young? Oh, of course, of course. It looks like it's still in pre-production. They don't really have much to show for it. But yeah, I'd love to check it out. Assuming that the 2077 becomes a huge success, and I really love the world and the story there, which, you know, I'm pretty sure I will. Yeah, of course. Any excuse to watch more cyberpunk genre, you know, movies, films, TV series, anime, or play cyberpunk games, I'm all for, because cyberpunk is my favorite genre. The Game Awards Twitch has more gameplay. It's just all right, Jeff Keighley. Hold on, let me look this up here. People are saying there's gameplay being shown at Jeff Keighley's. Let's see if we can find it here. Okay, there's the Game Awards.
The gunplay to me.
Oh, they're showing a lot of gameplay.
Good.
Let's check this out. Let's rewind. Okay.
3 times, we really have grown.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's move ahead. There we go. Oh, okay. We might actually see some gameplay.
This is just B-roll of gameplay. So one of the things that I was really excited about is that I got to drive in this game and see the world. And one of the things that I think is really important is, you know, how vibrant is the world? What is it like to play? Is it truly an open world? And you know, you can walk around the town. You can go and carjack a car. You can drive from location to location.
Okay.
It is very GTA-like, and the world blew me away with the level of detail to it. It just felt like a place that you wanted to be in and you wanted to play and be a part of. So the driving felt really good. A lot of people probably want to know what is the shooting like, what is that experience like. I'll talk about that because I got to play through a pretty big combat scenario. Electric coupling module.
Why wouldn't they show this B-roll in the stream and Night City and yeah, Night City Wire?
So this is the it looks like is a Nomad playthrough. So this is not content that I actually got to play because I picked the Corpo path. And what's amazing is these 3 different sort of life choices or backstories. Everyone gets a different initial start to the game. Which again, like you think of the scale of an RPG that is this big, the fact that these origin stories are entirely unique for each player is like just baffles me. So the Nomad playthrough, just so you know, the Nomads are, you're kind of more of a lone wolf. You're kind of on the outskirts of the city, this place called the Badlands, and you're off the grid, right? You are a nomad, as the word means. So that's sort of what that playthrough was. The other option I didn't pick was the Street Kid. And you're
so these are all different intro segments.
You've got cred, you've got connections, you're street smart, and you're kind of ambitious, but you're kind of, you know, a little bit of a rebel. Street
This
kid.
is the Nomad intro.
Nomad, Nomad is a little more rogue, and Corporate obviously is, you know, it's Corporate.
There's going to be a Corpo intro and a Street Kid intro, and each one's going to play differently.
That you have in the game, and your choice directly affects the beginning of the prologue, but it also has implications as you play through the game. So as I was playing through, there were certain dialogue choices that would pop up, and they would say, hey, this is the Corpo dialogue option. So because I was a Corpo, that allowed me to have that dialogue option. So that's something that I think as you play through, you'll find that everyone kind of has, you know, has a different experience with the game, which is pretty amazing and crazy. So again, this is stuff that I didn't get to play because I was Nomad, but that sort of is like one of the Nomad playthrough options, which is cool. And again, you can see here actually on the screen, it's like a Nomad option. So this is, again, a mission that I didn't get to do. But the scale of the world really blew me away. The level of detail blew me away. And it's just a place that you want to live in. And again, I love how fresh it feels. And that may seem
This sounds like Churches.
But it's just like so many games now, I feel like we have
the music.
Sort of, either they're a sequel or they're kind of like, you can feel the forefathers of other games in them, and it's like, yeah, sure, it's slightly different, but it's not necessarily, you know, a very different sort of gameplay style. And this game just feels like incredibly unique and different in terms of what it's like to play, and the world feels so fresh. And I really just, I wanted to explore everything in it, and that was just a really new feeling, I think, because there are not many games these days that have that level of richness and detail. And the voice acting and the characters, super compelling. And every character I met, you know, you were like, I want to know more about this character. I want to know their backstory. I want to understand more about them. It's not
hack
like,
them and
here, you know,
that's
some games,
cool.
Like, there's a tier of characters which are really well done, and there's another tier which are just kind of like the NPCs. Like, everything here feels so well designed. Now, this is some kind of combat, so again, this is not a sequence that I played, but let me talk a bit about what the combat feels like. Because this is a first-person game, and, you know, first-person RPG, right? So it's, you know, more in the vein of, you know, back in the day, like a System Shock or a Bioshock. But it's, what does it feel like? The gunplay, to me, felt good. But it's kind of a slower and more methodic style of gunplay than a game like a Doom. Kind of reminded me, and I don't know if you guys remember this game, Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay back in the day.
A slower, more methodical.
Added normal mapping in on Xbox, and it was
type of shooting.
It was first person, but it was done kind of in a more deliberate
according to Jeff.
Style and methodic style of gameplay. And this obviously is more kind of, you know, heavily action oriented than that, but the gunplay is different, and I played it again over streaming technology on
she got wrecked.
PC, so I
can't fully
judge it, and I want to be honest with you guys about that, I didn't play it like, you know, on a PC, so it's hard to really judge the responsiveness, but it's definitely a more methodic style of gunplay than like a super fast-paced first-person shooter, and I didn't really mind it. It felt like it was different and a little more deliberate, but it was definitely something to sort of get used to in terms of what it's like playing it. But it was very responsive. The combat sequences were really fun.
Well, that's good.
The combat also, there's hacking that's involved, right? So you can go in and sort of hack screens and distract people and whatnot. So there's stealth. It's not just balls to the wall action as you would kind of expect.
Whoa!
This is
look at this car.
Playthrough, cool more footage of this sequence. So again, this is something that I didn't get to play myself. So
this is the Street Kid prologue.
A little bit, but you know the combat felt really good to me, and it felt super cool. This is Jackie, a character that is featured in all the playthroughs, and he's kind of really with you in the prologue and sort of the first chapter of the game.
Never heard of these
Jackie
honors.
is a super cool guy.
I was first. Listen, only one or two
sort
ways
of
to do this.
You grow to know him no matter what life path you choose, and he becomes sort of a trusted friend and partner.
This is how they meet.
At least in the Corpo playthrough. But I think in the other playthroughs, you actually have like a different experience with him, which is cool. So all the players, as I understand, all the playthroughs are working with him, but your relationship with him is different based on which kind of playthrough that you have. And there are also some characters that I got to experience in my playthrough as Corpo, which are different. So like you saw in the Nomad playthrough, that sort of a sheriff sort of like character. I don't even know his name because I didn't play as him. I think he may just be called Sheriff. But that's something that the Nomad playthrough you get that I didn't even get to experience. So that footage is kind of new to me. So again, completely different missions based on life paths. So you really sort of get 3 games here in one. And obviously they intersect at certain points, but you can do 3 unique playthroughs with different story content in them, which is just is kind of insane to me.
That sounds pretty dope.
To see. I think everyone obviously gets the same core missions.
A lot of replayability.
That we'll talk about when we get to footage of that. That was a really interesting experience, sort of playing through that. But again, everyone has sort of different parts. The prologue of the game is really sort of the first part that we got to play. As I said, the trailer and whatnot came from that prologue piece. And that is, I think everyone, I believe everyone has the same first mission in the prologue, which is the pickup. And that's basically Jackie and V, the character of Jackie, who I don't think I've seen in the footage yet. But Jackie, you'll hear more about. Or actually, sorry, I talked about Jackie. Yeah, we showed Jackie. Sorry. So Jackie and V basically team up, and they're kind of together for the prologue. One thing is Keanu Reeves' character, Johnny Silverhand, I didn't even get to see or experience in what I got to play. It was really primarily Jackie and V are kind of the team that kick things off. So. Jackie and V basically start the game and go through a lot of the prologue together as sort of plans, and they're looking to kind of enter the mercenary world in Night City, and then Dexter Deshawn. Saw,
good old police brutality.
In the E3 trailer, guy big smoking cigarettes, stuff like that.
And this is the brain dance.
Works with them, and they kind of work together on this.
Which we've already seen.
So that's sort of something that they need to kind of figure out and work together on. And that's really where sort of like things start out. Everyone has a bit of a different playthrough based on kind of who you are, but you make choices, and that's the thing is with this game, like there are multiple ways to go through things. There's
some people are saying there's 4K footage without commentary. I'll look for that while you listen to this.
There are lots of choices that you get to make as you play through. I did that mission, and then the mission that I got to do with a lot of gameplay was the All Foods Factory. It was very combat oriented that I'll get to talk about if we get to show some footage of that. But it's you can stealth through a factory, you can engage in combat, you can shoot your way out, you can go a bunch of different ways, but there are definitely some stealth things, and there's a pretty fun training mission. Here's Lizzie's bar, which you get to go to. This is something I did get to play as, and you get to chat with her. You can see some of the dialogue with her, but I mean, the character design is like phenomenal. And it's not just, 3 of the characters are this cool. Like literally every character you meet has an incredible just sort of sense of style and fashion. And like the world is so rich and cool.
Got everything set up.
And really well done. I thought the acting was engaging. The characters are just blended into the world. It's not cutscene oriented. Everything is sort of happening. And this is the brain dance that we're going to talk about. So you saw actually this is the footage that we saw in Night City Wire with the brain dance. So
is this also in the intro portion?
Interesting type of gameplay, and it takes a while to get used to. It's like sort of the investigation mode in a Batman game.
The Arkham series, yeah.
Even more in depth, so it's kind of like a video editor, right? I do a lot of video editing.
Okay, look at this.
Video editing, in that you have the editor and then you scrub through, right? So there's a timeline. So there's multiple layers. So there's like a visual layer, there's an audio layer, and then there's I don't know if it's active yet.
Do you guys want to keep hearing the commentary, or do you just want me to play the raw footage? Let's just play the raw footage. So I'm gonna quit this out. I'm gonna show you guys this. This is from Kotaku Australia. They just uploaded raw gameplay, which I think is what most people want to see. So I'm going to play that.
This is pointless. I know where I'm going to strike before I do it.
There's all the B-roll footage.
Typical. Knew I'd say that.
You're for a fight. Which one of you's my guy?
Me.
Wasn't expecting a tag team, but whatever, I guess. So, who do I got first?
No. You don't get it. That body and this one, I'm the same person.
So, what? You seeing double?
I used to be twins, which you could probably guess. Twins had a close bond. They wanted to be closer, stronger. So they installed neural oscillation sinks. And now they're, well, me. One person, two bodies. My bodies do everything together. Everything.
Fine, but we're raising the stakes.
Do you guys jerk it together?
Fair.
Too?
See,
Because that's weird, man.
So, can we get started?
Show me what you got.
Oh, so this is a glimpse at the melee combat. 2v1. Just pop out the mantis blades. This is Cyberpunk. No such thing as a fair fight.
This body's out of gas.
Oh, here we have, I think this is the Corpo prologue.
No designated landing site has been detected at the destination.
Find a spot close to the bar, as close as you can. Fuck procedures.
Initiating landing sequence based on new parameters.
This is Night City at night, which looks really cool. Okay. So, if you start out as a Corpo, I guess you, deal with the Moxies. That's part of the prologue.
We have arrived at your destination.
Fuck's your problem, Psycho Suit? This look like a landing pad to you? Could have fucking crushed us.
Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
Fuck.
Seems trouble once in.
Keep an eye on the AV for me, will you?
I don't get paid to do that.
I wasn't asking. And not a scratch on it when I get back.
Welcome to Lizzie's.
Oh, quest says meet with Jackie. I guess this is... Is this how the Corpo path meets Jackie? At a strip club? Hey. Interesting choice of music.
Now sit down and tell me what's got your shorts in a knot.
Okay, at this point, V and Jackie know each other.
Jack. How you been?
This is the Nomad gameplay. We've already seen it. So let's skip around, actually. What did that say? Backers? Is that the gang?
Electric coupling module.
He's a part of?
You said it was nothing serious.
Yeah, we saw this with the Jeff Keighley
you said you were sure.
Stream. So let's skip forward a little bit.
Money now.
We saw the brain dance part, so we don't need to see that again.
You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and sell illegal cycle free.
Freaks are ready to pay a
Is
premium
this
for a real
the rest of it?
flatline.
Nope, I think there's more.
We're only good for flogging the log.
There we go. Oh, we saw this as well. Yeah, we also saw this during the Jeff Keighley live stream.
Take, assholes, take!
So this is where they're keeping me quiet, brother.
I'm going in!
So with all those numbers flying off, this is very much a very RPG-based FPS experience, which goes without saying given this is an RPG. But yeah, you actually are dealing like numbered damage based on your stats, I suppose.
Do not do this. Implantation is against my beliefs. Please, I do not want them.
Calm down. It's over now. I'm not with them.
And that's it. Okay. I think this is a good place to leave it at, folks. So there's a decent amount of gameplay footage out there, which I think they should have shown during Night City Wire. At least like one of these clips, maybe they could have played that. I don't know. Either way. But there is plenty of gameplay impressions out there. We've got footage like this going around, so there's more to it than the Night City Wire event, which is good. But I thought the Night City Wire stream itself could have been done better. But that's personally my take. I look forward to checking out everything people are saying about the game, and I'll get back to you guys in a separate video, kind of sharing what everyone's generally saying about the game. So far, everyone seems to be impressed. Jeff Keighley seems to be very impressed, and yeah, I'll just see what everyone else is saying. But yeah, thanks, folks. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. And with that, yeah, well, let's see. Chopeller says, definitely looks like a title at purchase at retail price. Then again, I liked the Order 1886, so LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I still think it looks great based on like what I saw in the trailer, and these are clips of some of the, I think, more low-key parts of the game, from the looks of it, from the prologue portion especially. And the visuals still really, really impress me. I mean, the first-person perspective, I'm buying more and more into it, with how immersive it feels, with the way they put so much work into the animation, and so it really kind of makes you feel like you're there. And I don't know, I actually am starting to dig that aspect. Though there are going to be cutscenes where you actually do get to see your character in third person. I think that's something CD Projekt has confirmed. So, yeah, I'm glad people in the chat told me about this gameplay that's out there. This makes me feel better. We actually do get to see more than we thought we would. But yeah, I'll check out other people's impressions. And I think you should maybe do that as well if you're curious about the prologue portion of the game. With that, thank you for tuning in, folks. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.